Alright guys, so I had kind of a minor problem with my computer getting all this to work, so I apologize about the very scratchy handwriting, but hopefully this will help you guys out. I know it's a little bit late, so I'll go ahead and get started. So I'm starting off with problem number 17. Okay, so the top left-hand corner is 62 degrees. The bottom part is 22.6. Okay, and then this is side C, side A is right there, and then side B. So in this one, we know this angle here, so we know the opposite side. Okay, that right there. So that's our opposite side. I'll put that in red. Okay, so and then this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so what we want to find is we want to do a system that tells me I need to know the opposite side and the hypotenuse side. So I use my little, or not necessarily mine, but the little memory technique here to tell me. So what I wanted here is I wanted the opposite side, O, divided by H. So then when I look at my different signs, I look over here. So opposite side and hypotenuse is this guy right here. So that's sine. Okay, so we're going to use sine for that one. Okay, because that has opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so if I know that the sine of, hold on, 62 degrees, so I did put 62 degrees, that's a little degree sign there, divided by 1, is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So in mine, my opposite side is 22.6. 0.6 divided by h is equal to the sine of 62 degrees over 1. Now what I'm going to do next is I can go through and I can cross multiply. So I do 1 times 22.6 times sine of 62 by h. Okay, so now when I cross multiply that, I'm going to have 22.6 is equal to h, okay, our hypotenuse, times sine of 62 degrees. Okay, so now what I want to get is I want to get h by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by sine of 62. It looks like something else, but right, so divide by sine of 62 degrees. Okay, that side, now those both cancel. Okay, so now we have h is equal to 22.6 divided by the sine of 62 degrees. Okay, so when I put that into my calculator, I should end up with 22.59. So we have 22.59. Now, one of the things that as I was doing this, I realized I was using a different calculator. It was actually in radians. And so I had to go back and double check that. That's why there was a little bit of a break in there to make sure I did it right. So double check, especially if you're using a different calculator, make sure it's not on radians, it's on degrees. Okay, so I end up with 22.6. So if I want to round it to the tenths place, so if I want to round it to this guy right here, it's 22.95. 59 is going to round up to 22.6. Okay, so that's what you got there. Now, sorry about that. In this problem, what it's asking for is it's saying to complete the triangle. So that means that we're going to get the extra side up to the side. Oh, we're looking for the degrees in this particular problem. So when we go up to the original problem, we're just looking for the degrees. Okay, so because it says on here, we'll get there pretty soon, right? So it says on here, what is theta? Okay, and so sorry about that. I kind of messed up with that. I don't know what happened there, but right. And so part of this problem is that we got one side. Okay, so we got the hypotenuse, which is 22.6. Okay, and so now we have two sides. or 25.6, sorry. 25.6. Okay, and then the other side, okay, the adjacent side, you can either go through and you can say that, right now we have two sides, so you could go through and use Pythagorean. So you could go through and say, well, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, where c squared is the hypotenuse. Right, and so now we go through and we say, well, the hypotenuse is 25.6 squared is equal to 22.6 squared plus x squared, and go through and figure it out that way. Or you could use the trigonometric functions to go through and find it as well. Okay, so for number 17, you should end up with sides 25.6, 22.6, and then one with just 12. Okay, that would be side B, C. So I hope that helps, so that way you can go through and fix it. Sorry it's so late.